River Kids, happy Sunday. This week we are continuing our lessons on Jesus the miracle worker. We have heard about Jesus calming the storm, feeding over 5,000 people, and today we learn about a time when Jesus shows he is God by walking on water. As you watch the video, you will see how Jesus proves that he can be trusted. His miracles, teaching, death, and resurrection showed us that he is who he says he is. Watch and see what happens.
Jesus had been teaching crowds of people by the Sea of Galilee. It was getting late, so he told his disciples to get into the boat and go to the other side of the sea. Jesus sent the crowds away and went up on the mountain to pray by himself. That evening, the boat was far from the shore. The wind blew and the waves tossed the boat around. Jesus was still on the mountain alone. Around 3 a.m, Jesus came toward his disciples walking on the sea. When the disciples saw Jesus, they were terrified. "It's a ghost!" they cried. Right away, Jesus spoke to them. "Have courage, it's me. Do not be afraid." Peter answered, "Lord, if it really is you, tell me to come to you on the water." So Jesus said, "Come." Peter got out of the boat and started walking on the water toward Jesus. But when Peter saw how strongly the wind was blowing, he was afraid. Peter began to sink. "Lord, save me," he cried. Jesus reached out his hand and grabbed Peter. Jesus said, "You have little faith. Why do you doubt?" They got into the boat and the wind stopped. Then everyone in the boat worshiped Jesus and said, "Truly, you are the Son of God." Jesus proved that he can be trusted. His miracles, teaching, death, and resurrection showed that he is who he says he is. Only Jesus can save us when we look to him in faith.
Jesus' disciples found themselves at the mercy of a dangerous storm once again. But this time they couldn't just wake Jesus and say, "Save us!" Even though Jesus wasn't in the boat to help, he knew about their troubles and came to save them. Jesus showed he is God by walking on water to them. Not only was this something miraculous that could only happen by God's power, it was also a picture of God's love for us. Jesus did not walk away from danger. He walked right into it. He strolled into the middle of the storm to meet with his disciples. Even Peter, who was always confident but often wrong, showed great courage and faith when he stepped out of the boat. But it didn't last long in the face of the storm. And he called out for Jesus, and Jesus didn't delay in saving him. Girls and boys, Jesus is powerful, he is loving, and he can be trusted. See you next week.